All right, let's talk about narcissistic knots. This is what happens when you have, it's usually government. And when you have, it happens usually in, well, it always happens well, but you see it mostly in managers and it's between departments and things. And they're almost always start, I mean, I've never seen them behind the scenes, but they start, I've seen them with eye contact during meetings. You'll see them shoot each other. Uh, I worked for 23 years for the University of Missouri, Columbia. So believe me, I've watched these things. It's like learning from a 12-step group. Um, you just see these people shoot each other. So they'll do something really cruel that like is not university policy. It's not whatever. But they'll do it to an employee. But then they'll make sure to check with another person. These things they'll start backing each other up. And the worst place this could happen is in the military, I'm told. And it's the most dangerous place where everyone just starts doing something. And I think this is why the term postal took over. I think the post office back like in the 70s and 80s, where people would just go crazy because they knew that there were these rules and they were expecting these rules to be there. And this is the United States government, and then it didn't happen. And so people would go postal. And I think that's why that phrase is there. God help those people. Thank God I'm a good person. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. But if you don't have that kind of thing or some kind of moral support or God, that is your God. Like if you work for the university, and then all of a sudden all these rules that were always there, they're wait a minute, I thought there were rules here. What are you guys doing? I see you looking back and forth with each other, and then those situations we've all heard about it, and so the narcissistic knot, the way you watch for it is when you see unfairness start happening, and then you see these things start backing each other up. You start to notice it right away. You're just like, what is going on? Because usually, it's just like, this isn't normal behavior, and all of a sudden the rules are changing. And what's really weird is when HR gets involved, because HR isn't there to help you. HR is there to help whatever, in my case, the University of Missouri. And so HR will jump in, and then they'll start acting. And then I'd call HR every week, and they would gaslight me. Every week, the person HR was talking to would tell me the opposite of what they said the week before. And finally, when I called HR out on it, the person's like, "Do you want to keep your job?" It's like, whoa, like I'm in a monster weird loop here of denial and just cover up. And I mean, it was just criminal. It was criminal and evil. Like these are bad people. Now I can't imagine what that would be like to be in the military. Like if you've got generals and colonels, and, just whatever, all the way. Like if you've got some kind of a monster narcissistic loop. But the way to separate sheep and the goats is gaslighting. And gaslighting is the simplest way to recognize gaslighting is this. I tell you, yeah, you can take the truck tomorrow. Go ahead and take the truck. And then you walk up to me the next day, and I go, I didn't say you could take the truck. That is gaslighting. That's different than a lie. A lie is just when you catch someone in a lie, there's a difference. There's a feel to it. It's a denial of reality. Like here a case where I saw you drinking yesterday. No, you didn't. That's not gaslighting. That's not gaslighting. That's just a lie. Do you see the difference? Gaslighting is a denial of reality. When you're in a place with gaslighting, that's a dangerous employee, and especially in the military, that is a dangerous person to be in the military. You want those people out of the freaking military today. Those are the guys that will start firing your cool hen Luke characters, and you want the cool hand Luke characters in charge. My opinion. So there you go. There's some helpful hints. There's nothing. Here's the problem. There's nothing you can do to get rid of a personality disorder. I mean, this is the rapture happening. I mean, this is all about getting rid of personality disorders. You can become a born-again Christian. I don't think that'll get rid of one. Search for the 4 spiritual laws. Crew, Campus Crusade for Christ, and download that. And accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior. And, become a born-again Christian. And that helps. But a person with a personality disorder, it's inside them. You have to learn to clear your shadow. And it usually takes, a long time. A lot of meditation, a lot of going around and owning up to that stuff. And, going around and getting forgiveness from people. And clearing your shadow. You're clearing that out. Making the inside like the outside. And that takes work. And people who do that stuff generally need to get help. If it's serious work. So, if they're serious about that, they don't care what they have to do. It might be worth getting a new job after they get help. It took me 3.5 years go to a 12-step group. 3.5 years. So serious work and contacting people I had wronged, making amends. Just lots of meditation and forgiving and becoming a good person. It's a chore. There's a program I cite called Meditation, Becoming a Good Person, that talks about more about that. And that might help some, getting rid of a personality disorder. Is Dr. Romani, I think her name might have information on it. I don't know how to get rid of narcissism. It's not necessarily a spirit. Maybe it is. I'm not aware. I don't know enough about it. But I know that it's not easy. It's not just easy breezy. At this point, I might have more information later. So, thanks.